So it's April already. Is anyone else freaking out about that, or is it just me? So this week, as you already know, we're finding out how good a liars we are by telling you 5 truths and 5 lies. I'm gonna guess what I think Sarah's ones were. So I think the true ones were 1, 2, 6, 7 and 10, and the lies were 3, 4, 5, 8 and 9. But now it's time for my ones. The first one is that Angus won't make a video tomorrow. What do you mean that's not how it works? The first one is that I went to the doctor's this morning and had a flu vaccination, and now my arm really hurts. So if I seem a bit in this video, then that is why. Number 2, we have a massive banksia tree out the front of my house, just out that way, and last year a third of it came down in really high winds, and as a result I was made to sleep at the back of the house that night to be further away from the remaining limbs that were going to be removed by the arborists the following morning. Number 3, when I was born I actually had so much hair on my head that my mum tied it up with a ribbon to get it out of my face. Number 4, the only bone that I've ever broken in my body, which is surprising given how clumsy I am, is the bone in my little finger on my right hand, and we were playing handball at school and I got hit and it bent backwards, but I remember being not too upset because it meant I could still play guitar, because you don't use that finger. Number 5, my entire family actually refused to call me Kiwi because it's not my real name and they don't really like it that much for some reason. I have a collection of about 4 or 5 Mikey cards, which if you don't know what they are, they're the travel cards that we use in Melbourne. The reason I have so many is because I keep losing them, and every time you lose it you have to buy a new one, and they're like made of plastic, so you kind of keep them and reuse them, and then I'll find the old ones, so I have lots of them. And it's annoying. Number 7, at the end of year 12 my French teacher gave me a little model of a kiwi bird that she'd found because she thought it was cute and funny, and I have it like sitting on my desk, and I get asked on a more and more frequent basis if it's a real dead kiwi bird that's been stuffed. It's this big. For reference, real kiwi birds are like this big. Just so you're aware. Number 8, I actually used to do springboard diving like you see in the Olympics. I did the 1 meter springboard, and I remember I was learning to do an inward dive, which is basically you're standing backwards, like facing towards the board, and you jump backwards and in towards the board. They told me to bend in half, and it didn't really work properly, and I basically ended up jumping backwards and splatting right onto the water, and I had massive bruises on both of my thighs, and it was not the most fun experience in the world. Fact number 9, I am actually entirely properly dressed, socially acceptably, for this video, including wearing real pants. And finally, number 10, when I was little, about 7 or 8, we had to make models of a rare animal or an endangered animal, and I made mine out of like paper mache with like flour and water, and I left it to dry on the table, and I came home and my dog had eaten it, and then I had to go to school the next day and say that my dog had eaten my homework. My teacher believed me just because no one ever uses that excuse because it's ridiculous. So yes, those are my facts. Let me know which ones you think were true and how good of a liar you think I am in the comments, and I hope you can forgive me for my sins. Also, I'm feeling nostalgic today, so Rex, happy birthday. I regret it every time.